Good morning, afternoon, and evening to all my YouTube family and friends. Yep, I'm in the same clothes. That's what I've been doing today. I've been doing a lot of cooking. I did my strawberry shortcake, and now I'm getting ready to show you how I do my roast beef Manhattan. I'll show you how I do the gravy. I've got the mashed potatoes on the stove. So I'll walk you through that. I'm going to have to move you over to the stove. So I will be right back with you as soon as I get you moved. Okay, I've got you moved over to the stove. As you can see, my potatoes are still boiling. I have my pan here. This is for my gravy. I have cooked my roast because part of the day, I think that took maybe 4 hours. So that's ready to be shredded up for the beef Manhattan. This is, I'm going to turn the stove on. This is the dripping, all the drippings from the roast beef. Now I'm going to just pour this in my skillet. Don't pay any attention to the skillet. This is about wore out. I have this on high. When I cooked my roast today, what I did was I floured the roast on both sides and seared it in the skillet. Then I transferred it to my pressure cooker, and I let that cook for about 4 hours. So this is what's left. This is the flour I had left from me rolling that roast beef in the flour. So I didn't throw it away because I'm going to use it. And I won't know exactly how much flour I'm going to use until I put it in there. So this is one big serving spoon. Sprinkle that flour in there. I'm going to use 2 of them. I love to use a spatula for everything I do. And you're going to stir that around. Now I got all that fat dripping and everything. I did not drain the fat off of that. Depending on how much gravy you're going to make. And I'm going to make quite a bit. Because I'm going to have me and my grandson. And then I'll fix a plate up for my lady friend, for Wilma. And I'll also take her son some. So just let that keep browning. You don't want to get that raw flour taste. Cook it for about a minute. It's going to make some awesome gravy. Keep stirring that. You don't want that flour. Like I said, you don't want raw taste. This is how I do it in my kitchen, and it's really good. I've still got that on high. Now I'm going to use some beef broth. And I'm going to just pour that in slowly. And stir as you go, because this will thicken pretty fast. Oh, that looks so good. Oh, my goodness. Now, I do not salt this gravy until after it is done and I taste it, because this beef broth has a lot of salt in it. And this is 1 box, and that is 32 ounces. Keep a stirring. Right now it looks thin, but it's going to thicken. And just depends if you like dark gravy. You can add a little bit of, it's called kitchen bouquet. And I use that a lot too. And I may not have to use it. I think my potatoes are about ready to mash. Now while that is continuing to thicken, I'm going to shred up this I hope y'all can see it, but I'm going to shred this up with my hands. I'm not cutting it, it just pull apart. Look at that. Ooh, yeah. There's a little bit of fat on that. Need to set that aside. Don't want that. Ooh, that's gonna be cute. I gotta have me a taste of that. Yeah. This is how we do it. Keep her stirring. I'm still shredding up this roast here. And that's all done. Give this some more stir. While that is still thickening, I'm going to drain my potatoes. I'm going to drain my potatoes, my taters. I am filming this. I film all my videos on my cell phone. I'm not like all these big channels where they have 3 and 4 videos, cameras going at the same time. I just can't do it. And this is how we do it in the kitchen. My kitchen. This is how us country folks cook. And if you want to see everything up close, then you have to be moved over to the stove. And that just looks really awesome. So now I'm going to taste this, see if I do need any salt. No, do not add any salt. Maybe a little pepper. Okay, so that is done. So now I'm going to have to move you over to the counter. So I will be right back. Okay, I've got you moved over here to where I'm going to do my mashed potatoes. What I use is margarine. I got just a heaping and spoon, but you need to make sure that your butter and everything is at room temperature. I'm also going to add just a tab of whipped cream cheese. Not a lot, just a bit. And to that, I'm using carnation milk. Just put that in there. And you'll know when you go to whip this up if you need to add some more. I'm going to have to get some salt and pepper. Salt to your preference. Pepper. Put it in there. Now, I'm going to turn my mixer on. It's definitely going to make some noise because I got a club aluminum pan here. So it's going to make some noise, but just bear with me. And if you don't make a mess in the kitchen, then you're not a cook. I like to clean as I go. Here we go. And there you have it. Now I want to show you what I do. Hope you can see this over here. But I got my beaters, and I like to spray my beaters with the kitchen hose. That way them beaters don't sit there and the mashed potatoes get real hard on them beaters. So that is done, and oh, they look so good. Look at that. Doesn't get any better than this. And if you don't have any cream cheese, or you don't like cream cheese, don't put it in there. Just use butter and milk, salt and pepper. Now I'm hoping, I'm new to this phone stand that I got. If I can turn you around. I don't know. I will have to get back with you here in just a second. Okay, I got you down here, I believe, where you could see I have put the roast beef on bread. Now, this is how we used to do it when I had the restaurant. Of course, everything was like on assembly line, you know, in your metal pans and everything. But what we always did is we cut it first in half. Just like that. Piece of meat came off. And we just set it on a plate. Spread it apart. And then you take your mashed potatoes and you put it right in the center. Just like that. Now we got to get the gravy. And then you just take your gravy, put a little whale in them mashed potatoes like that. Spread that over that. Oh, look at that. It would be so nice if I had a cameraman, but I don't. So, it doesn't get any better than that. So what do you think? Does that look good enough to eat? Look at that. So, there you have it. Now I used wheat bread. Split top wheat bread. Use whatever bread you want. That meat's very tender. I have some sliced tomatoes that we can have with that. But doesn't get any better than that. So, don't forget to like. Give me thumbs up. I'm trying to get my 5,000 views. Thumbs up this month. But if I don't, there's always next month and next month. So, thank you all for your comments. I really do appreciate it. I read each and every one of them. I very much enjoy the comments. So tell me, is this how you do your beef Manhattan? I've always made it this way. Like I said, that's how we served it in the restaurant. Never had no complaints. And we also served 2 sides of vegetables of their liking. So, back then, when I had the restaurant in '95, that dinner right there was Monday's dinner. And we had ham and beans on Monday. And if I remember right, this was like $3.99 for a meal. You won't get that today for that. So, until the next time, again, don't forget to subscribe.